Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce our first speaker and one of the most distinguished minds in the field of aviation and airspace innovation, Dr. Parimal Kopardekar. Dr. Kopardekar isn't just shaping the future of air travel. He's transforming the way we live and move. Picture this: drones delivering your packages safely right to your doorstep. Faster wildfire responses saving hundreds of lives, and advanced air mobility finally cutting through the Bay Area traffic. As the director of NASA's Aeronautics Research Institute, Dr. Kopardekar is turning these possibilities into realities. Recognized as one of the top 25 most influential people in the drone industry, Dr. Kopardekar has earned several accolades, including the NASA Invention of the Year, the NASA Exceptional Technology Achievement Medal, and many more. Get ready to learn from NASA pioneer, changemaker, and someone whose work will carry on a legacy for years to come, Dr. Parimal Kopardekar.
I wish I would take you everywhere to introduce me. You are such a great man. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about aeronautics in space, what we do, and a couple of public service announcements. Maybe I'll start with the public service announcements first. So we have a great internship program, intern.nasa.gov. So if anybody who is interested in internships, we take from high school onwards, so 16-year-old and up, intern.nasa.gov. The applications are started for summer. That's number one. Number two, for those who are in small businesses, we have another great program, Small Business Innovative Research, SBIR, and you can find lots of opportunities there. I think their applications are due twice a year, and there are a number of phases. So that's another great way to get involved. You get basically government grant. Essentially, you don't have to dilute your equity. And third is for those who are interested in jobs at NASA, usajobs.com or usajobs.gov. Either one of the site will take you to the same place. So lots of good jobs. Actually, the USA jobs are all jobs at NASA. So feel free to look it up and share the information to your friends and family. We would love to have you. Let me talk a little bit about aeronautics and the type of research we do at NASA Ames here, which is very close from here, a few miles away. So primarily we are focused on four things in aeronautics. One is trying to get as fast as possible. So who doesn't want to go to India in 2 hours, right? So we are working on supersonic and hypersonic type of aircraft. We have the largest wind tunnel here that is amazing if you get an opportunity to see. So we want to get faster, that's one thing. Second thing we are working on, enabling future, as she pointed out, we are looking at drones and advanced air mobility electric aircraft, smaller electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft that will actually get to you faster to different places across the bay and many other locations so that you don't have to sit in traffic forever. So that's number two. Number three, we are working on improving the safety of entire operations. How do we make sure that there are no accidents, no fatalities in the aviation ecosystem at large? And number four, we are looking at improving the airspace capacity, efficiency of the total air traffic management system. So if you look at what happens today, there are 50,000 operations. One operation is sort of one takeoff or one landing, and at a time there are 7,000 aircraft. If you postulate future 50 years from now or even 25 years from now, you're going to have a lot more commercial space launches, a lot more drones, a lot more electric aircraft. So how do you enable that future without basically getting impacted by delays and sustainability considerations? So those are the types of things we do in aeronautics. Really fascinating field. For those who are interested in that, please consider job opportunities and many other opportunities, even the research together. We also work with our academy and those who are in academics. And then second is the space. Of course, it's unlimited space. I kind of jokingly say we'll give you space to grow at NASA. There are lots of opportunities from science. So James Webb Telescope, if you're fascinated by planets and galaxies and universe, that's a really good place to check out everything that's happening. We also work on basically missions that are going to go to Moon and Mars. So those are another fascinating places to work on. And then third piece, as like I was pointing out, like we bring all those things together to help the humanity on Earth. So example is the wildfire. So California has a huge wildfire problem as related to other states as well and different countries. How do we fix that problem? So current challenges are, if you look at what happens is the detection of fires is a problem, then tracking those fires is a problem. The fire that creates its own weather, figuring that out what will happen, where the fire will go is another problem, and then suppressing fire is a problem. So if you bring all the things together, aeronautics and space, you can basically have better sensors and use remote sensing from the satellites. Current sensors are kind of weak. They don't get through the clouds very easily. So you have an opportunity to improve the sensing systems and hardware and software related to those from the space. So detecting the fire, tracking them, then you also, and that may still not be adequate. You may need the drones to basically have outfitted with hyperspectral sensors and others so that they can continue to track where the fire is going. Third is suppressing fire by aerial means. Currently what happens is there's an air boss that's sitting in the aircraft watching where the fire is going and also managing the traffic of the aircraft that are dispatching water and retardant. So that's completely high water traffic management, and we are trying to digitize all that and making sure that there are better tools for that person called air boss to manage the traffic. And changing that to using drones. So the air boss when sits in the aircraft watching traffic, as soon as the smokestack shows up or weather goes bad or visibility goes down, they stop the operation. As a result, they are only fighting fires 6 to 8 hours a day through aerial means, and we want to expand that to 24 hours a day. If you look at the top 5 fires that happened in 2021, 3 fires lasted for more than 3 months, and the 2 fires lasted for more than 2 months, costing $1.8 billion. So I think this is where we can bring space and aeronautics and all the hardware and software systems to change the paradigm to get to 24-hour detection, tracking, and suppression. So these are the kinds of things we do. I'll be happy to talk to you more about this. Feel free to connect me on LinkedIn, send me email and all of that. But pleasure meeting with you all and glad to be here and looking forward to participating in future events. Thank you.